Hi, welcome to a video of my indoor flea market finds for Saturday, June 6, 2026. It was raining here, and because I have Monday and Tuesday off, I have a 4-day small vacation. Decided to have time to go to this other indoor flea market. I don't go often because things are usually more expensive. But there's this seller who told me at the record fair on April 25th that he had new cheap records for me to check. Because I always check the rare times I go, at least once a year, I always buy all the not buy, but I check all his cheap $1 records. Sometimes I find something. My chiropractor recently bought a chalet that came with a big console stereo with the lid that opens and everything, and he wanted to have some records that he remembers his father used to have, but he was pretty vague about what type of French singers, French from France. So a few visits ago he asked me if I were to find records, like to bring in some records. So I went mostly for that. I got some records for me. This guy had $1 records. I got 33 of them. I got screwed over. Well, screwed. The word is a little bit harsh, but 4 bad ones. And there's one I might give, because I'm going back tomorrow to check more stuff that I didn't have time to check at the flea market. If I find some of them, I'll replace them. But if I don't count these 1, 2, 3, 4 bad ones, I have 19 records there, 4 bad ones, 10 for me, well, 1 for another friend. And the kiosk, there are 2 sellers next to each other, and I spent 3.5 hours this afternoon checking most of the $1 stuff. I had to go to the bathroom at one point. I came back, I had about half an hour left before they closed. And I decided to check some of the records of the other guy who had he was liquidating his records. Actually, he sells mostly books, and they were 75% off, but the prices are like mostly expensive. I still got 3 of them. So I got Fugain, the Big Bazaar Michel Fugain, for my chiropractor. $8 came down to $2. I'm glad I did, because in the other pile, the only Fugain, and he did remember. I remember he said he liked Fugain, and I only had 1. We'll see in a moment. Anyway, so that came for $2 for my chiropractor. He's getting that one. This is a kitsch record by radio announcer Paul Vincent, who became the manager of international French-Canadian star Greg Voisin. And you can see him. So it's a really bad record. I have a scratched up copy, so this one is sealed. He had it marked at $10, so that came for $2.50. And I forgot to cue the animation on the internet. Over 20 years ago, there was this meme is not the right word, a little flash animation with misheard lyrics, and one of them was a penguin hitting a meatball, and he kept saying meatball, meatball, hit that perfect meatball with the song. Well, I didn't know the song, so I looked it up, and it's Bronski Beat, hit that perfect beat. And it was $5, left it there last year when I went there, but now it came down to $1.25. So this one I'm glad I got for it, $1.25. There we go. So I went back to pay my stack at the 33 records. He counted 33 records. Said $26. I said okay, good. Gave him 26 exactly. But because of the 4 that are bad, it comes down to just under 90 cents per record. My chiropractor, I won't charge him anything. I'll give him those 19 records plus this one that I paid $2. And I'm glad I did, because I know he told me he particularly liked Michel Fugain, and these are the 4 that I can't give him. This one, the groove is some, when on the old record players you pressed on the needle and it skipped. Anyway, it's trash, and I didn't notice all this weird crap going on with the cover. Anyway, so this is trash. So this is the only Fugain record I have for him in this other pile. Adamo, no scratches, but it sounds like crap, like it was exposed to dirt or dust for decades, and I tried to wash it off and it sounds like crap. This one is warped at 2 places, it skips, and this one is warped on the edge. I might give him this one if I can find another Gérard Lenormand record tomorrow, because it might not skip on his old stereo with a heavier arm, but I don't know, I'd rather not give him anything that might skip. The 19 records I'm giving him. I'll switch to French, okay? Dalida, Charles Trenet, Beko, Alain Barrière, 2 compilations are Petula Clark, Roger Whittaker Comp, radio station CFGL FM, compilation of some French and French-Canadian songs. Another Alain Barrière comp, but this one is a better one, because I think the other one has re-recordings. Nicole Coisille with Parlez-moi de lui, or Il ne pense qu'à toi. Same song, but two different titles. Only thing that's weird is that I have another copy of this, and it said Une femme avec toi. I have to, if I have time before I give the record, I have to check if they have the same number. Oh, I could go on Discogs. I'll check that, because I expected to find Une femme avec toi. It's not on it, but it has other good songs. Les grands succès de Vicky with Le Temps des Fleurs, French cover of Those Were the Days and L'amour est bleu. Charles Aznavour, big hits there. La Mama, Formi Formidable, Je me voyais déjà. Et pourtant. Christophe, his 2 only hits, Les Marionnettes and Aline. Jean Ferrat, with his big hit, C'est beau la vie. Because I try to remember what type of records I saw when I did see his dad's records before he gave them away, and then regretted giving whatever I didn't take. A compilation. Another CFGL comp with French stuff and French-Canadian stuff. Yeah, a little bit French-Canadian, but I grew up listening to this station. Georges Ligeti, because I remember his dad had some Georges Ligeti records. Luis Maria Annie Cordy as well. Don't think he will like this, I'm not sure. Sacha Distel with 2 big hits, Monsieur Cannibal, and well, there's more than 2 hits there, but his 2 biggest hits are there. Monsieur Cannibal, Scandale à la famille, Enrico Macias with Dis-moi ce qui ne va pas. Whatever I thought would fit in the pile, and the ones I didn't even mention the titles. The 10 under records, I decided to get these 2 10-inch Léo Ferré records from France, because the covers are so cool. Beautiful artwork. These are like 78s he recorded in the 50s. Photos from 1953, I just saw that. And this format didn't catch on in Canada, 10-inch LPs. And another, there's no year, it's too bad. I could always try to look it up. This is very common. I have all of Gilbert Bécaud's records, at least his Canadian records, and this is from 1962, but it has most of the shrink wrap is still on it, and the record looked unplayed, and sure enough it plays flawlessly, and I couldn't believe it. Wow. So these records sounded good when they were brand new, but they always sound shitty because you get used copies that were played on bad stereos with heavy tone arms. But this one, woof, terrific sound. Compilation of Patrick Zabé, just kitsch. Didn't have it, so why not? Claude Gauthier, I have this in mono, decided to get it in stereo. Unfortunately it has some groove where a little bit of hiss on it. It's that Tête en Fleur that I like because it was used in an NFB short I made it film in the late 60s. I know, I had to get I Know. I have a lot of I Know records I never listened to, but this one has Paloma Blanca, and sure enough it was funny. I played that one earlier, so I'm glad I got it just for Paloma Blanca. This I got from Michi 45. His username is Michi 45 on YouTube. Because it's just a funny cover. Eric. It's very kitsch. It's actually a good record. My aunt had the 45 12,000 étoiles with Mon Oncle Léo on the other side, and he wrote it and composed all of his own songs. But it's just I like the cover, so I got it from my friend. I'm not sure if he has it or not, or if he likes the cover enough to own the record, but I took a chance. I already have this. I collect Chubby Checkers records. I'm not missing many, if I'm missing any at all. But this one was so clean. I looked at the record. It looked unplayed, and yes, it sounds great. So it's an upgrade to my copy I have. This looked kitsch enough to try. So it's a hit parade party au camp d'été sur demande, and it's just covers, and some are covers of covers. By this no-name orchestra. Actually, it's their les paradeurs, les P-A-I-R. I don't even know how to say that. Les paradeurs. But I got it because there's a cover of the theme from Batman. So it's that kind of record that's so bad it's good. And the other side, you don't even have details, just what else you can get on this cheap label. And this I was glad because it was on my want list, but I know it's not worth much more than $1. But last time I saw a clean copy, it was on a table at the outdoor film market I usually go. A few years ago, the guy wanted $5. I'm like, are you kidding? So this, I was glad to finally get a clean copy of What's New Pussycat Whoa, for $1. And that's it. Thank you for watching.